Okay, what am I witnessing right now? Oh, of course. Of course. It's the frickin' heckin' stinkin' cabbage. This is the cabbage cult. Oh my god, look at the mini map. What did these guys do? Oh my god. There's like 100 on the table, dude. I'm supposed to represent Onion Gang, but this is it's a little too much. Okay, I've been waiting for this. Dude, the poison here is crazy. As of the latest update, you get poisoned so much faster. Like, before I used to take like a couple hits on average, but now it's like instantly I get poisoned. But, you know what? I'm so close to the strength level, and I just, like, I have to get it at this point. Like, this guy's gonna probably kill me. There it is. Nice. Let's, ooh, herb. Aw, trash. Man. So because I do that like one hit every run or every lap, or actually it's a little different now. Before it was every second lap, now it's every fourth. So my strength XP per hour is a lot less than what I was getting. I mean, technically I could get more. Like, I could smack this spider. Like, ooh, that's 24 right there. And if I do that every run, or even hit the monkeys near the altar before I go in, I could get like 1k XP per hour, which might not seem like a lot, but when you're doing 1,000 hours of runecrafting, it's a lot. Like, I think I could probably get like halfway to 99 strength. I mean, when I started, I had 52 attack and 62 strength, or 61 I think, and all those levels, even though I started very late to the method, probably like 85-ish was when I started doing the poison method. Still a lot of strength levels, and I don't know, I wanted to make like a scuffed pure, which I think I still kind of can, but I definitely want to make like, or I definitely want to turn this account into some sort of pure later on. I don't know, I'm just kind of winging it right now. I'm definitely not going to go crazy with PKing, but definitely something I probably want to try if I end up killing green dragons for 99 prayer, or getting the money from the hides and buying dragon bones. Hey, the 1 in 132 drop rate. Medium clue. Honestly, it's probably not worth doing them, but whatever. Yeah, one thing I've been doing is just whenever I need a step that requires like a key. I think there's just one wildy one which only has one spawn, but if there's an NPC that drops the key and there's multiple of them, I just collect as many keys. The only problem is in the bank, all the keys look exactly the same. The only thing that's different is the examine text, but most of them are basically the same. So at different levels in my bank, I usually just try and separate them, but it saves a little bit of time, especially if you're gonna do medium clues for a while. I think I've done like 33 so far in my runecrafting grind. I think so far based on the drop rates and the amount of clues I've gotten, I've killed around like 4.5k tribesmen. And they also drop like other stuff like gold ore, snape grass, limpet roots, so they're actually not that bad to kill, but yeah, most people probably won't do them for the clue scrolls, but it's a nice little break. Okay, I have a massive problem right now. I am poisoned. If I click away, I'm gonna get hit an 11, which means I have 2 hits. The only way I can live this situation is oh my god, is if I keep logging out. And this is gonna be so cancer. And I have 30% run. Oh my god. Wait, it's slowly going up. Oh my god. I can... Okay, you know what? We could cheese it. We could cheese it a little. We could cheese it. I could wait till I get 100. That way it'll be... Oh, there's another guy. Look at him. Save me, man! Oh, this is rough. Now, there's one thing I could do. Is try and teleport away. But thankfully... Wait, am I getting... No, I'm not. I was like, man, what if I could, like, get 30 HP? It could kind of help me a little. But we can cheat a bit. We can cheat a bit. Now, I'm kind of scared to click on anything, because this is, yeah, I guess we'll see how this goes. Okay, so... I need to go right there. What I could do, since my inventory disappears, I could run there and rub the ring to stall, giving me a little bit of a boost, but then I'm screwed. Then I gotta log out. I don't know. I gotta be fast. No! Oh, man. Wait a minute. It hit it. Okay. You know what? And I'm... Oh, man. I should turn off my prayer. Okay. I'm gonna log out here. Oh, my God. Okay. I need to play this, like, ultra safe. This is bad. Okay, I'm gonna log out. Log out, dude! I just broke the game. Okay, I'm doing 2 doors and then logging out. Honestly, I'm not even I'm not even playing, man. I could have just touched it there, but I just realized I don't even know where I am in the game. Oh my god, we made it. Okay, that might have been a bad idea. Log out. Okay. Whew. Okay. I think I'm safe. Wow. I couldn't even get the screenshot. That was cancer. But I lived. Yes. Oh my god. Dude, like, if I'm like 12 HP or under, I'm screwed. Like, I don't know. That is just crazy. Mime random, I think I'm just dead. Like, I don't know what to do for a mime random. Maze random is doable. Maybe the mime random is doable. I don't know, but that was cancer. This is one of those trades where you're just like, fuck it, dude. You know, at least I'll get something. It's kind of crazy though. 400 nats for a RuneG plate. That sounds kind of crazy. Oh man, after so long, 95 runecrafting. I think that's like 8 times water runes or something. I don't know, but let's go. Okay, this is something I had no idea about, but the mysterious box that you can get also works as a stall method to save you run energy. So with the stall, it takes like 8% basically running from the duel arena to the gate. I was just kind of testing it, seeing how it actually is compared to just regular running, and it's pretty good. I mean, there's no real like use case for it. I mean, it's just gonna duplicate in your inventory, and yeah, maybe if you're like getting off tutorial island and you just happen to get one, it's probably only useful then. So aside from run energy, stalls can also basically help you take no damage for a certain amount of time. Like, once the stall ends, all the damage that I'm actually taking, like all the actual hits, are just going to be stacked against me. But there might be some weird uses for this. Like, I don't know, I'm thinking like, imagine you're versing Jad and he's poisoned and you just let him hit you. I wonder if you could kind of cheese Jad that way, but I don't know. Some glitches, if you really push the line on this server, you will get banned. So I wouldn't try anything. Like, even being invulnerable like this is like, I don't know, a little bit risky, but I don't know. Usually the mods are on top of like really game breaking bugs. Like, any sort of method that can dupe is basically patched, especially at the duel arena. And there it is, 400k nats. Man, 78k S left. Man, that's crazy. Okay, so Pizzazz posted this on the forums, but what you're seeing, I think in the middle is Edgeville, but basically I have died 4,600 times. I think as of when he recorded this for me, that's how much I have. I think I probably have like 7k deaths, but I'm rank 1 most died person on this server, and that's crazy. He made like a whole heat map, and it's hard to tell where where anything is because I've just died in so many different places while doing this method. Like sometimes I'm gonna die close to the altar, sometimes I'm gonna die at Edgeville Bank, you know, which most of those skulls look like it's from Edgeville Bank, so that's crazy. And it just goes to show like where I've been. I mean, that's probably not the entire map, I'm not sure, but wow, that's insane. Okay, you know what, not bad. Starting the day off with a 390k bomb, you know, 1k nats out the door. I just had to do that like 1,000 more times. Let's go, let's go. All right, so recently there has been kind of a discovery that back in the day, some of the walls in the maze random actually were broken. You're able to just walk through them or red X through them. And in this clip you're seeing, I'm basically trying to get the fastest maze random with this bug. And I think the northwest spawn is, I think, the fastest spawn you can get. And yeah, so there really isn't that many tricks here. It's just knowing where to go, which is probably the hardest part, and then trying to click on the tile that the door is in and clicking on the door as you get to that tile. That way you could just go through the door without having your character walk up to it. And you can get some pretty high percentages. Like as you guys can see right now, I'm about to get 83%. I don't think that was even possible in old school. Like it's probably like high 70. I mean, there's also this wall that you could just walk through, which speeds it up a lot, but without any other types of glitches, that is a really high percentage, and really made me start to realize I should get my total level up because that's what the loot is based off of. But yeah, as far as I know, I think 83% with the northwest spawn is the fastest path you can get. Maybe if you can save some ticks, you could probably get 84. I've yet to see anybody hit that yet. I don't think I show this method enough, but this is the fastest nature runecrafting method that you can get aside from runners. It requires another person to basically reset your run energy at the duel arena, but you can get like 9k XP an hour with the new ring stall. And you know, it's one of those rare treats, I guess, you know, but not that many people runecraft nats. Like there was a point where people were doing this method like so often, it was so easy to find people. But you know, thankfully the poison method exists, and I can just choose to do that if I can't find a partner. But when I can, I'm just, you know, I'm doing the duel arena method. It's super chill. Okay, so apparently there was a glitch where if you got a mime random or really any maze random that teleports you away and you hop to a free-to-play world, if you were in a members location, what would happen? And people did this, and apparently the maze random just spawns loot to the floor. It doesn't teleport you back to where you were. It just keeps rolling loot if you keep clicking on the stone. And well, they fixed this, so I kind of wanted just to see what happens now. Like what actually happens if you were to do this again? Is it just gonna like log you out? And apparently it just puts you back into Lumbee with an interesting method or an interesting message. So it says invalid teleport, which is kind of one of those like bug abuse videos messages that like I always saw and like people made videos about. So it's kind of cool that you can do an invalid teleport like that. And 400k nats. Nice little milestone there. It's kind of cool to see that, you know, I'm gonna have a lot of nats in my bank to kind of just remind me. But back to the grind. Man, I'll just be runecrafting and then I'll just randomly get these ideas. Like I'll just start thinking about fishing and then boom, now I'm doing this weird 3-tick method. So I had this idea because I've just been slowly AFKing fishing at Shilo recently. And it kind of clicked because when I'm AFKing, I'm just selling, like depending on which spawn I'm close to, I'll either sell to the fishing shop or I'll just sell it to the general store instead of banking. Because I think banking is, I don't know, to me clicking all the options in the bank are just kind of annoying. I feel like it's just right click, left click, easy. Sell to the shop. But it got me thinking, like, what if I just started to bring cooked food? And surprisingly, it's actually pretty decent. You can get above average, or sorry, above EHP. I just did like an hour test and I got, I think, almost 60k XP. And it was just my first hour. I never really, I mean, there's a little bit of RNG. Like, there's one, I think there's like 2 good spawns. There's one that's sort of close to the fishing shop, and then there's one directly in front of the general store. So if you can get those spawns a lot, you can get some decent XP per hour. But it's not the fastest XP. There's actual, like, a combination of 4-tick and 3-tick, I think, is what like the best method you can do on here until other 3-tick methods come out. But I didn't realize that this method was even a thing, or like I haven't heard anyone really talking about it, but apparently people have tried it like with pineapples, which is a decent way to get lots of food in your inventory. Yeah, there's a lot of just like weird methods on this game that I'm slowly starting to realize, and I can't wait to just start different skills once I'm done with 99 runecrafting. Like here's an example that I think a few people already thought of, but there's a weird multi-area just south of Artie, and there's this NPC that's a necromancer, and he actually has the ability to spawn these zombies. So with the bow, I can use the bow to 4-tick. So I was basically trying to mimic 2-tick teaks in old school, where you get 2 birds to attack you and you have a bow to 4-tick. So with this necromancer, I was just trying to spawn some zombies, at least 2 of them, and their range is just enough to get to these willows without having them de-aggro, and you can just 2-tick by equipping a cape. And unfortunately, this isn't like a good method. It's better to just 2-tick oaks, I think, is probably the fastest woodcutting XP you can get, and that's really easily done in Valley. But it's still cool that you can do like these are just like just some of the things in 2004 that you can do right now. So yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I wish this kind of thing was like the meta, or else I'd probably do it. I mean, it's just so weird, like, but yeah, it just has too many downsides. Like the zombies despawn. Like the only way to do this reliably is if you have like an alt, which isn't allowed in this server, but you have like an alt that would just spawn the necromancers and you just manually attack the zombies. So man, if only. Okay, another clue scroll. And it's trash. Okay, this might be the world's fastest mime random. Are you getting ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Boom. World record, bro. Easy. This might be a waste of money, but I don't know. I feel like 3 ticking with food, like if I don't know, maybe if I'm running to Willows, I can bring an inventory of food and 3 tick that inventory and do the same thing with mining and maybe do the shallow method that I showed with food. But it might be a little expensive. I might not even end up doing it, so I don't know. We'll see. 92 fishing, nice. So I've been playing a little bit more mobile. Surprisingly, the mobile isn't trash. You know, for my first experience, I thought it was going to be kind of scuffed because I think I have the Galaxy S22. I don't know. I mean, it's like a few years off from like the latest phone, I guess. I don't really upgrade every year like everyone else does. I don't know. I'm also not really much of like a app type person. Like I don't go on like 20 different apps every day. But yeah, that's just me. But yeah, this method is actually really chill on mobile, so I'll get like maybe like an hour like after work, just like throw on the Shilo Village fishing farm and just get some like passive levels. I mean, over time, like if I do this every day, I'm probably just gonna get 99 really quick. Okay, what is going on here? I saw a red dot on the okay, yeah. People are taking my bones and putting them on the table. Of course, dude. It's probably Roboman235. Okay, so they recently made a pretty big change to the maze random, and that is you can actually have access to your inventory and your prayer and all the other buttons that were previously grayed out when you entered the random. This allows me to not only survive a little longer if I do get poisoned, but it allows me to start using stalls, and you can actually stall the maze random timer. So you can basically use 1% almost on every door. I think in certain situations the stall isn't as good to use, like if the doors are very close together, because when you stall a little too early, the timer still kind of ticks down, but it's just frozen. It doesn't go to the next percentage. But I managed to get I think it's probably the fastest maze random percentage that you can get. I mean, it's kind of like a paradox because you're not actually doing the random faster. It's still you're actually spending more time because you're just stopping the timer. But yeah, 86%. I think it ticked down to 80 from 87, like 1 tick off. So I think 87 is probably possible, but that was pretty awesome that I managed to get that. It was sort of like quick thinking. I was thinking of using the Ring of Dueling, but then I realized that it has a delay, and it stops the run percentage from draining, but I needed something that just needed to instantly stop the timer, and the Glory Emmy was the best thing for that. Damn, another big fish trade. 20k trout. I'm probably gonna regret this. This is like almost a mil I've invested into this potential method that's probably something I'm not even gonna end up doing. Dude. Okay. Tranquil. I met this guy in like the early days of my runecrafting grind, and I think he was like the second person to get 91. And I guess he's quitting, but he tossed me his Santa hat that he got from the rare event. Pretty insane, dude. Thank you. Shout out to Tris Corp, man. These guys ran the runecrafting. They were the original like gods of this game when this game came out. They ran runecrafting, like air runes, nature runes. These guys did it fast. With that said, I'm gonna dedicate this level 96. It's probably gonna be my last level to Triscorp. You know, I'm wearing the Santa hat. Boom. Man, that's probably gonna be my last level for a very long time. I'm gonna slowly start to get money because I'm running out of essence, so it's gonna be very difficult. Okay, so I'm kind of in a rush to make, like, I need at least like 2 or 3 mil. Somebody just posted on the market that they're selling like 500 black D hides. And, you know, I just said, fuck it. I'm just gonna craft some blue D hides and hopefully be the first to get to that guy, because I haven't made any sort of like red D hides or black D hide sets for people in a while. And it's kind of been my only like source of like passive money aside from selling gnats, and gnats are kind of not really selling as much. Like I'll sell like maybe, I don't know, like 10k every 2 weeks. It really depends. Like it's very random. Like I could easily just dump them for really cheap, but I feel like that's gonna kill the price really fast, and I'm really not in any rush. So I figured going to the Brimhaven Agility Arena might be the best place to high elk, so I'm just gonna get this 2 mil and just get to this trade as soon as possible. Okay, I thought for sure someone else was gonna beat me to it, but man, that is so many sets. Like, you have no idea how rare it is to find someone with this many. This guy was probably doing KBD or something, and honestly, I think KBD is just not as good as it was like in the previous like few updates. I think the safe spot's gone, so getting these is even harder. So man, shout out to this dude. I'm telling you, early crafting was the method. Like 10 minutes after I started like a post on selling D hides again. 30k set, let's go. Okay, like I wasn't joking. Like everybody needs a set now. It's probably been a while, man. So many people have just been like waiting, 'cause there probably isn't any other people with D hide as well. Oh my god. Okay, guys, relax. Like, oh my god, dude. Every set in the game, everybody, dude. Oh my god, even. This is why you cannot be a hardcore Iron Man. Like, poison is the most dangerous thing in this game. When Slayer comes out, you have your Guthans, your cannon, your cannonballs, your pots, your spec weapon, all this. And a Calphite poisons you when you're just like not paying attention, or you didn't anti right away. You die, just like this. You lose everything. Okay. So it looks like I'm not gonna run out of essence right away, you know? There's still these heroes that exist. They exist, you know? They just pop out of nowhere and they're like, yo, I got this essence for you, Mr. Unce. And I'm like, okay. Take literally my entire cash stack. And that's how it's done, dude. He's like, do you want more? I'm like, yeah, 6k, let's do it all day. That's what 2004 is about, okay? That's what it is. Okay, there you go, 93 fish, let's go. Okay, wow, this is kind of rare. But, you know, there's still people out there that are mining gold ore out there, even though it might not be the best way to make money. However, it slowly is becoming, now that there's just a higher demand, and gold ores I think like 1.1k each. At least that's what I'm trying to buy them for. I think I'm buying them for a little over 1.1k since I'm swapping with natures. But since I mean, it seems like if you don't have money, you gotta trade items. So hey man, 1.4k gold ore, that's a lot for me. I'll take it. Since I'm running out of S at kind of a fast rate, only got like 7k left, I decided I'm just gonna make some energy pots, and since I have a lot of emeralds and sapphires, I'm gonna try and enchant those, and for that I need a lot of cosmics. I figured, you know, instead of buying them, you know, might as well just use like 1000s, get like 2k cosmics, and just see what that's like. But you know, at the same time, it's XP, so it's not the worst thing. But I'm gonna use up all my energy pot Harlanders until I run out, and hopefully this will last me for 1000 or more. Man, I haven't been here in so long, but I figured 2 regular energy pots. Don't know why I haven't invested into super energies yet. I kind of need to make money for that. But so far, 2 energy pots seems pretty good. But I thought of a really, like, I don't even know if this is even worth it. I mean, you don't even really make money. I mean, essence is like 220 each right now. Cosmics are like 275 each, maybe more. It's just not worth it. But okay, imagine if you were to do this, like, I don't know, and you have these energy pots. You could fill the vials with water and slowly just get 0-time vials of water for herblore. I don't know if that's worth it, but I mean, if you have those vials in your inventory anyways, it might just be. So like, if you're in a situation where you're kind of forced to, like, let's say there's 0 sellers for cosmics and you have to make cosmics, then it is kind of worth it. So it's just like one of those, this is like the epitome of like 2004. Okay, it gets worse. So I decided to throw away 1 energy pot since I technically don't need the other one. But instead of filling the vials, you can get wood cutting and fire making XP. And that's by chopping the trees and lighting the logs. Now, I don't know why I dropped the first one, but you could also 4-tick the tree by lighting a log, which is pretty crazy. So, you know, I did like a lap test, and I think it's like 2 minutes and 21 seconds for a lap, and this comes out to like 4k woodcutting XP and like 7k fire making XP per hour, and 5.1k runecrafting XP, which is not that bad. That's like half of an EHP of runecrafting nat is, or what the current nat rate is. So I mean, if you're an Iron Man, this might be something you might consider if you need cosmics, for example. But that's just like, man, this is just 2004, man. Like, my brain needs to chill. Now somebody's probably already thought of this, you know. It's just like, anytime I go and do something different, I'm just like thinking of what else I could do here. Yeah, there's no way I'm ever gonna probably do this, but you know, I'm probably not gonna be back here for like maybe until like the end of the year. I don't know. If I ever need cosmics again, I'll definitely try this. Damn, I didn't realize I am still gonna need some rings of dueling to finish off 99 runecrafting. I thought, you know, the 3000 I've probably used is probably gonna be enough, but yeah, I've been slowly just buying them when I can from shops, but they are so expensive. And lucky for me, I found 2 sellers in like the same spot, so that was really nice. They seem to be kind of hard to get, but I feel like if you have like timers and really pay attention to like the shops, you could probably make a decent amount of money, considering emeralds are like, well, I thought they were 5k each, but turns out they're still like 4.3k. I mean, it probably costs like 5k to make a ring of dueling. I mean, you still need the cosmic runes, you still need the gold bar. You have to spend time enchanting and crafting. It's kind of a lot. And none of those things are cheap. Like, gold bars are like probably 500 each, 400 each. That's a lot. Plus the cosmic rune, so yeah, easily 5k each. But since I'm gonna have a lot of gold bars sitting around, I might as well just spend some time just getting the rest for 99 runecrafting. I bought almost all my ring of duelings with money, so crafting a little bit here and there probably won't really slow me down or whatever. But yeah, that 1.1k emeralds to craft. I don't know how many games necklaces I'm gonna need for Slayer, but I'm probably gonna make a lot of those too. All right, just finished my last inventory for probably a little bit. I mean, I have no money. Like, I do, but I don't. So I have a ton of nature runes, but they're not selling as quick. I could just dump them for like super cheap, but the problem is, you know, I'm only 96. Like, it might seem like I'm really close, but I still have another 328k nature runes to craft, which is another like 650. So by the time I'm done, I'm gonna have 1.2 million nats in my bank. And because this is basically, well, hopefully runecrafting will be my first 99. That's been the goal, but with skill hopping and whatnot, I might eventually just get fishing or cooking next, just by waiting to buy supplies if that ends up happening. I don't know. But my plan is to get as much money out of everything here. Like these 8 bank, well, I guess not these, but these 7 bank spots is where all my money is. Okay, except for these bones. Even though I could merch these right now. Like I bought these for like 1.9k each, and they're like, I swear they're like almost double. They're like 2.8k each or 3k each. Like, it's insane. Almost all these supplies just like doubled in price since I was last buying them. But gold ore is coming in slowly. I just don't want to like throw my whole bank on one thing. So I'm gonna start the crafting grind, which I think I'm really close to a level. But all those crafting supplies should get me probably like 80 mil or so. I don't know. I've just been buying them, and I mean, that's 30k blue dragons that I don't have to kill thanks to runecrafting. So I mean, we'll see. So thank you guys for watching. I guess I'm gonna get this last level of the video, and hey, there it is, 91. I've been so close to that level, and I think from 90 to 91 it's just mostly from crafting sets, like black d'hide sets, red d'hide sets. Like, so many new players have come in like the past year since all this started, and it's crazy. Getting really high crafting first was definitely a really good choice. I just have the option to make some like little side cash while I do other skills, even though it's not that much, it's not that crazy. Like the black dragons that I bought earlier in this video was like, I think around like a mil profit, but it's free XP and a lot of people need sets, so that's good. Anyways, I'm gonna go off on another tangent. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.